Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's feeling good and great and all of that shit. So anyway, today it was cold as fuck outside. I don't give a fuck. People was outside like it's not. It was cold. Um, but yeah. Anyway, y'all know how I do. I jump right into it. So look, I was recently having some conversation with two men, both married. One of them was married for like 30 something years. The other one is kind of new, maybe like 5 years or whatnot. And mind you, both of these men are well established financially. And I asked him a question. I said, "Have y'all ever stepped outside your relationship, right? Outside your marriage?" So the man that was been married for 30 some years, he was like, "Nah, I never did it." And I was just like, I kind of believe it. But he was like, no, he said, because I seen what that shit do. He was like, it destroys your relationship. You just never know what you're gonna get when you dealing with somebody else and how they may come and interrupt your life, which was a great way of looking at things, right? A very mature way of looking at things. But Mike, this man been married for 30 years. He said he ain't never had sex with nobody else besides his wife. That's what he told me. So then I asked the other guy who's been married for like 5 years, and mind you, like him and his wife are well established and stuff like they got a lot of things going on. And I asked him how was it, and so he said, nah, I ain't doing it. He said, because when you look at it, he was like, I have a lot to lose. And I'm not allowing like some pussy to come in and destroy what I got going on with my family. And he been married before and had other children prior. You know what I'm saying? Married once and had some children here and there, whatever. And now he's married to his current wife. And he was just like, yo, I just got too much to lose and I don't want to risk that like that. And then he was kind of like beating around the bush around something. And I can't remember exactly what it was. So then I said, so what? You got your dick sucked or something? He was like, yeah, I suck my dick or something. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I asked was interested in that question, and mind you, y'all have to understand my mind frame because of the field that I come from. I'm from the sex industry. I was an exotic dancer. I was a host of swinger parties, and I also was a stylist on pornographic film. So I seen a lot of sex, as well as I talked to a lot of people about their sexual endeavors and all that, and going outside the marriage, because a lot of men go to swinger parties and they don't bring their wife. They come with somebody else or they come alone. So my perception of is that men, like they fuck around, like, you know what I'm saying, like this is what the fuck they do, like, regardless if they married or not. Now, however, I still do believe that, but I guess the percentage for me may be small, like in my mind, right? Because I did meet these two men who said what they said, right? However, the one dude, well, it's still sex, honey. You got your dick sucked. Like, I mean, whatever. That's, you know what I'm saying. But and it is a mature way of looking at things. Like, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a relationship that you value, whether y'all are married yet, thinking about getting married, your baby mama, what you value, y'all moving up together mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, mentally, like all the things, right? Y'all two parents, whatever the fuck, right? And you value that, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? To be like, nah, I don't want to go outside the relationship, because shit can get crazy. There's been plenty of situations where shit have gotten crazy, because you never know what you're going to get outside that bag when you dip your hand inside of that shit, because the shit can go all raw. Just like it was this one lady I talked to who her husband had a threesome with a woman. And and they were married. They was open to it, and this woman wind up getting pregnant, and now she wanted to get child support from both of them, not just one, but from both. I don't know what the outcome was, but this is what she was pursuing. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. I mean, and they was, they were well off financially. So you just never really know, but you just never know the mind frame of the person that you dealing with, especially if they see that you got good shit. Everybody is not a good fucking person. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody don't think like, okay, I'm in it for a good time, or here to bust a nut, have a good time. All right, thank you, and blah. So everybody don't have that mentality. Some motherfuckers sit back, see you like, oh, okay, they got this, they got that, and be plotting and scheming and plotting on your motherfucking ass. So you gotta be careful, right? So So yeah, I think it makes sense, right? For like a person to really think about that before you dip into it, because that Pandora box, when you open it, all like some shit could come out that you don't know what the fuck it is. Um and then I was just recently listening to Dion's podcast, Funny Knowing You, and he had Earthquake on there, who just recently gotten married, another comedian who just recently gotten married, and he said something interesting. And listen up to what he had to say.
Quantity of women, because I didn't have the quality of women I was looking for. Yeah. You know, once I found the quality one, you know, quantity was gone. I don't believe in having unnecessary shit that I already got something that's proficient in it. So I was never that guy. So when I had multiple women in my life, it's just because I didn't have that woman in my life. Once I found that one, I went on and did that massive email.
So Earthquake said that, he was like, he had so many, but he didn't have the one. When you find that one, and I think Quake is probably like in his 50s or something like that. I think some men, not all men, tend to kind of, try to, but he been married before. So like kind of calm down, but it all depends on how much of a whore that's inside of you. I'm not saying in a bad way. Just if you know you like to, this is what I like to do, motherfucking shit. Like, I like to get my shit off. You know what I'm saying? You got to know how much of a whore is inside of you. Because some people have it like it's deep. Like, bitch, it's deep. Like, this is what I like to do. This is how I get down. This is what... And ain't nothing wrong with it, but you just have to know who you are as a person. But I do find, it seems to me, that when men get a little bit older, because we already know that they mature so much slower than women, that when they get a little older, that's when a light can flash. Or, I also found this too, if something devastating happened in their life, then that's when, they start to reevaluate shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that having sex outside, in my opinion, is a bad thing. I don't think so. I think that if you are able to have like open conversation and y'all being honest about things, because you can meet somebody, the power of attraction is a real fucking thing. You meet somebody, that motherfucker make you ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's a woman or a man, like, they make you ooh. Like, and you want to, you know what I'm saying? And then if you get along with that person, and you, regardless of your relationship or not, y'all can like get it in. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, y'all also have to understand that where my perspective come from, and it comes from me being in the sex industry, and that's not like a bad thing. It just opened up my eyes to a lot of shit. And not only that, my mother also told me, and at a very young age, she was like, look, I guess she knew that I loved, and I love hard, right? That long as a man she said, a man gonna do it what a man want to do, but as long as he respects you, right? And he don't bring that around you, that's it. And I do believe that men do sneak off. They do what they do, whatever they gonna do when they do it. Just like a woman will too. It's just that sometimes a lot of women like to suppress their shit. Why? Because society have told you supposed to be like, and I'm not trying to preach for anybody to go out and be popping that pussy and no shit like that. But what I'm saying is that society, the Caucasian way of things have brainwashed people into thinking, and like, you can think however you want to think, like as if you just only supposed to have sex with one person. And I personally just don't believe that, man or woman. Now we talk about like how I feel about that, my own personal shit, my relationship. No, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But like, I would be open to certain things, like after like some years of being in a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, so what do y'all think about this? Like, especially if you have, like, I think a lot of people like to focus on the money part. Like, a lot of people like to focus on that. Because money isn't, well, it's important, but is it really? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said, those two men who I spoke to, they were well off, right? And also excuse me, what's his name? Earthquake was saying that, about having women over his house, that he had, like that he was just dealing with whatever, he never know, because he just might try to rob him. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a little $100 there, take a little ring there, take a little, you know what I'm saying? Because people do be on that type of time, especially if they not living that type of lifestyle, and if their mentality is like they some gutter motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to weed out the gutter motherfuckers. Just because something look good don't necessarily mean that it is good. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. So I think valuing your relationship, like, just period, is important. And also, when you do dig in that bag, you never know what you're gonna get. So that's why choosing somebody else. I mean, and choosing to step out. But even if you step out, people who step out, hopefully that you're able to talk to your significant other about, like, how this person making you feel. And mind you, sex does not equate love, people. It don't. It's just this emotion that you have, and you just want, and this person just making you feel this certain way. You understand what I'm saying? But I know that most people aren't ready to have these type of conversations because y'all allow your ego to get involved. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. And like I said, sex isn't necessarily, now when you in love with somebody, that's the beautiful thing, or y'all are engaged in the act of making love or sex or fucking or whatever, however you want to label it. You know what I'm saying? That is a beautiful thing. It's a different type of, well, I don't know. It all depends on what your mentality is, right? Everybody's mentality is different. Some dudes, and also some women, like, maybe they're just in it. Like, say if they meet somebody and that person make them feel some, they have that attraction for this person, but yet they still would, like, double back, like, on their sex game. Like, and I don't, that's a whole nother motherfucking story. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do you believe that most people step outside of the relationship? That's the first question. And also, do you think that let's start from women first, do women suppress their sexual urges? And do you think that men, when they get a certain age, that they now come into realization, like, okay, this is love, this is what I want to be, and this is who I want to be with? Let me know what y'all think. Y'all know my name is Rill. I'm intimacy coach, seduction with the service called Seductive Art. I'm also an author at the time. My book is called Quickie. It's 7 short erotic stories. Read while you fuck while you read. And I am a designer today. My brand is Real Nice by Rill. And in September 2026, I'm doing Fashion Week in New York. I will be producing and directing my first, no, this will be my second fashion show. I did it many, many years, like decades ago. My fashion show, and so I'm really excited about that. I hope y'all come out and support. It's going to be, like, amazing. It's going to be an experience, honey. You're going to really get inside the mind of me as a creator. And if I resonate with you, you know what to do. Please click that. I would appreciate that. And y'all know how we lead this motherfucker. Be grateful, be kind, be thoughtful, be peace, be love, be in great mental wellness, be in great emotional wellness, be in great spiritual wellness, be in great financial wellness, be in great physical wellness. Be a great friend, be a great listener, be a great supporter, be a great just be great at whatever you're great at. Be confident, be wise, be loving, be kind, be humble, be a part of your community. Black people, be black and proud. Be about your motherfucking money. Be a part of your community. Did I say that already? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say it again. Be a part of your community. Be thoughtful. Be reasonable. Be generous, be thoughtful, be all these great things. Because, we are connected to the Most High. And in the midst of you doing all these great things, don't you fold, don't you people around the corner, don't you think twice. And that is, you always be you. Because God made you perfect just as you are. Until we meet again, y'all have a great night.